Shravanam Diaries podcast.
Jai. So we're continuing to read Bhagavad Gita as it is, the book by His Divine Grace, Abhaya Charanaravinda Bhaktivedanta Swami Srila Prabhupada, Chapter 10, The Opulence of the Absolute, Text 39. Yacchapi sarva bhutanam bijam tadaham arjuna na tadasti vinayatsyan maya bhutam characharam. Furthermore, O Arjuna, I am the generating seed of all existences. There is no being, moving or non-moving, that can exist without me. Okay. This is so beautiful, right? Sometimes we feel like, oh, I can't exist without like such and such, or such and such can't exist without me. But actually, there's no being, moving or non-moving, that can exist without Krishna. So without Krishna, that's when we can't exist. Purport. Everything has a cause, and that cause, or seed of manifestation, is Krishna. Without Krishna's energy, nothing can exist. Therefore, he is called omnipotent. Omnipotent or omnipotent, right? Without his potency, neither the movable nor the immovable can exist. Whatever existence is not founded on the energy of Krishna is called Maya, that which is not. Text 40. Nantasti mama divyanam vibhutinam parantapa esha tudeshatah prokto vibhutir vistaro maya. Almighty conqueror of enemies, there is no end to my divine manifestations. What I have spoken to you is but a mere indication of my infinite opulences. Krishna is so incredible, so humble at the same time. This is objective statement. Purport. As stated in the Vedic literature, although the opulences and energies of the Supreme are understood in various ways, there is no limit to such opulences. Therefore, not all of the opulences and energies can be explained. Simply a few examples are being described to Arjuna to pacify his inquisitiveness. Text 41. Yad vibhuti matsattvam shrimadurjitam evava tattadeva vagacha tvam mama tejom shasambhavam. Know that all opulent, beautiful, and glorious creations spring from but a spark of my splendor. Spring from but a spark. Tiny spark, right? Spark of my splendor. Purport. Any glorious or beautiful existences should be understood to be but a fragmental manifestation of Krishna's opulence, whether it be in the spiritual or material world. Anything extraordinarily opulent should be considered to represent Krishna's opulence. Text 42. Athava bahunaitena kim gyatena tavarjuna vishtabhyaham idam kritsnam ekam shena sthito jagat. But what need is there, Arjuna, for all this detailed knowledge? With a single fragment of myself, I pervade and support this entire universe. Purport. The Supreme Lord is represented throughout the entire material universes by His entering into all things as the Supersoul. The Lord here tells Arjuna that there is no point in understanding how things exist in their separate opulence and grandeur. he should know that all things are existing due to Krishna's entering them as Super Soul. From Brahma, the most gigantic entity, on down to the smallest ant, all are existing because the Lord has entered each and all and is sustaining them. There's a mission that regularly propounds that worship of any demigod will lead one to the Supreme Personality of Godhead or the Supreme Goal. But worship of demigods is totally discouraged herein, because even the greatest demigods like Brahma and Shiva represent only part of the opulence of the Supreme Lord. He is the origin of everyone born, and no one is greater than him. He is Asamaurdva, which means that no one is superior to him and that no one is equal to him. In the Padma Purana, it is said that one who considers the Supreme Lord Krishna in the same category with demigods, be they even Brahma or Shiva, becomes at once an atheist. That's a strong statement. If, however, one thoroughly studies the different descriptions of the opulences and expansions of Krishna's energy, then one can understand without any doubt the position of Lord Shri Krishna and can fix his mind in the worship of Krishna without deviation. The Lord is all-pervading. By the expansion of his partial representation, the Supersoul, who enters into everything that is. Pure devotees, therefore, concentrate their minds in Krishna consciousness in full devotional service. Therefore, they're always situated in the transcendental position. Devotional service and worship of Krishna are very clearly indicated in this chapter in verses 8 through 11. That is the way of pure devotional service. How one can attain the highest devotional perfection of association with the Supreme Personality of Godhead has been thoroughly explained in this chapter. Wow. Srila Baladeva Vidyabhushana, a great acharya in disciplic succession from Krishna, concludes his commentary on this chapter by saying, Yachaktileshat suryadya bhavantyugra tejasaha yadam srinadritam vishvam sakrishno dashamirchyate. From Lord Krishna's potent energy, even the powerful sun gets its power. And by Krishna's partial expansion, the whole world is maintained. Therefore, Lord Shri Krishna is worshipable. Thus end the Bhaktivedanta purport to the 10th chapter of the Srimad Bhagavad Gita in the matter of the opulence of the Absolute. Jai Jai. We are starting chapter number 10. No, I mean, what am I saying? We've concluded chapter number 10 and we're starting chapter number 11, the universal form. It starts with Arjuna questioning, and I would really like to actually stop here because we've just finished reading this beautiful, beautiful chapter. Yes. Wonderful. Now, I would like you to have it's not like homework, but just I'm sure you all know that the link to this book is in the description, so you can get the text of this chapter on vedabase.io and just look at these beautiful verses. I really honestly this conclusion of this chapter, because initially we started this chapter, I'm again trying to see it in the proper sequence, that we started this chapter by saying that anybody can see Krishna, like the normal general population, right? And even the demons, they can see Krishna. Like we were discussing that this is for us. This chapter is for us. And then in the end, Krishna establishes that basically in this chapter we can, like, this is the chapter where pure devotees concentrate. So basically this chapter is the chapter which will make us pure devotees. If I understood everything correctly, that we can fix our mind on Krishna and without deviation if we meditate on him. And this is so beautiful, I find. Highest perfection of association with the Lord is thoroughly explained in this chapter. So we may think that, okay, Krishna is fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience among women. That's what Krishna is. And like being a woman, being in a woman's body, right? I can see that, wow, well, some of these qualities may be there. And meditate that actually these qualities, they're Krishna. Because many times we're like, oh, feminine body, lady body, disadvantages, like being depending on the moon, being a moony. Today I'm happy, tomorrow I'm sad, then after I'm like panicking, then after I'm lazy, and whatever. Like ladies' bodies full of austerities and unwanted mood swings. But there is some qualities that are there, and those qualities are these: fame, fortune, fine speech, memory, intelligence, steadfastness, and patience. Or say another thing was about among great thinkers, I'm Oshana. It was something. Again, Krishna is victory. Krishna is splendid. He's the strength of the strong. Sometimes we think that, yeah, I'm like Atlas, I can hold the whole universe on my shoulders. But actually Krishna is the source of that strength. And if you're doing something that requires you to expand yourself and to be strongest, like maximum strength, and you feel you're breaking, but you still have to remain strong. I don't know, in my life I even wrote a song about it, and that I need to be more strong, but I wrote it actually more than 10 years ago. But strength. But Krishna is the strength of the strong. Meditate on it. And that's how we focus on Krishna, and that's how we attain pure devotional service. So that's the conclusion of the chapter, which is beautiful. Jai Jai.
Thank you so much for tuning in today. The book links, previous episodes timeline, and biography of the author can be found on shravanamdiaries.com. The link is in the description, and we shall see you tomorrow. Hare Krishna, Krishna